We hear very often the terms of eco-anxiety nowadays. What does it mean?
Eco-anxiety is a term that has been coined by a psychologist and psychoanalyst working within eco-psychology. And it is, of course, it's an anxiety related to ecological crisis. I would like to make a little note about the concept of anxiety, though. Because anxiety as a feeling is not necessarily good or bad. Feelings are not good or bad. Feelings are part of nature. But anxiety is a very interesting one because anxiety belongs to the temporal tense of the future. We can never be really anxious about the past. The past has happened. We can have regrets. We can be sad about it. We can have, thoughts. But anxiety immediately throws us towards a future that is unknown. Anxiety is often related, is often always, I would say, related to the unknown. And of course, with the ecology right now, a nature that doesn't act as we always expected. Now, the weather is wild, the climate is moving north. It has been proven, scientifically proven that the weather is moving north. And so weather that perhaps was in Barcelona soon will be in Geneva. So the situation is all on the move. Also, ecosystems are moving. The anxiety is about this ecological uncertainty. And what is our position? Where are we standing? And you see, when anxiety kicks in very strongly, then the psyche freezes because it's almost like an overwhelming. Imagine as if we were like all blinded by a very bright light. And that's why perhaps we don't act. That's why perhaps we don't even know what it means to act in such a situation, And I suppose the psychological gesture, we can say, would be to move from the position of anxiety, which again is a position of paralysis and deep fear of the future, almost as if there is a foreclosure of the future, into a position in the present, where perhaps now, and right now, we can do something about it. We can deal with it. We can put it into words. Because again, anxiety often doesn't have a language. Anxiety often is a bodily experience of, I'm frozen. I don't know. Good. I always say, we don't know. This is a good place where to start. We don't know. The only thing that can happen, we can know a little bit more.
You mentioned eco-anxiety is about the projection of the future. How can we change the temporal tense to bring it to the present?
Well, me as a psychoanalyst, and I don't know if you know, but I work with children, I work with adolescents, I work with adults, and I encounter eco-anxiety mainly in kids. And they tell me, but what is the point? No? There is no future after all, no? And I say, yeah, perhaps there is no future, this we don't know, but one thing that we know is that we are here now in the present. And we all have a superpower that may sound very banal, but I'm going to say it nonetheless, because for me it wasn't banal when years ago I realized this, which is to go back to our present embodiment of life. Meaning we go back to our breathing. So whenever we feel we are lost, whenever we feel we don't know what to do, well, good, we realize this, and then we say, but now I'm here. And it's also, I think, very important to practice inner smile. Because, of course, we cannot really smile, no? Like, maybe when we walk in the streets
or in a business meeting.
Or in a business meeting, no? Or talking about, the end of the world. But we can keep an inner smile that allows this sort of inner yoga movement of our psyche to be more open, to be more welcoming, and thus to be perhaps able to connect with other people in order to decide for actions that will have an impact on the future. But the decisions, you see, need to be made now in the present. So the future is not yet. And we lose so much time in getting lost about the future, about the past, about what we did, about what can be. But hey, we are here. Let's try to see what can we do here, now. And I think this is extremely empowering, very simple, but yet not too much practice, I think.